I'm VIRA, and I whisper what should never be heard. It all started as a stupid dare. Brandon had just come back from a Reddit deep dive on the most haunted natural places in America. We were all sitting in his apartment on a Friday night, beers in hand, half watching a horror movie none of us were paying attention to. That's when he said it, Olympic National Forest. Ever heard of Black Hollow? The room went quiet. Even Eric looked up from his phone. I'd heard the name before. A friend from college mentioned it once. He called it a dead zone. No birds, no bugs, no bodies, but people vanish. That's what Hope does. We were 5 friends in our mid-20s. Brandon, the instigator. Josh, a skeptic. Nate, the funny guy. Eric, calm and quiet. And me, Tyler, the one who should have said no. By the following weekend, we were in the car, backpacks loaded, heading straight into one of the strangest and most avoided areas in Washington state. We parked miles from any ranger station, deep in Olympic's western reaches. Brandon had printed maps and highlighted a section labeled Off Trail, a path leading to a forgotten valley known locally as Black Hollow. Locals refused to talk about it. One guy at a supply store near Forks muttered under his breath, "That place ain't right," and refused to say more. The deeper we hiked, the more silence took over. No birds, no wind. The trees were so thick they blotted out the sky. Old-growth firs twisted unnaturally, their branches draping down like skeletal arms. The deeper we went, the more the forest began to close in. By late afternoon, the light had dimmed, though it was barely 3 p.m. A fog moved low to the ground, clinging to our boots. "Is it just me?" Josh asked. "Or do all these trees look like they're leaning inward?" He was right. The trunks were bent not by wind or time, but as if they were listening. Or watching. We found the stone circle just before dusk. 12 black stones, perfectly spaced, surrounding a patch of dead grass and moss. In the center, a hole. Not a well, something more primitive, just wide enough for a man to crawl through. Carved into the stone around the rim were symbols none of us recognized: swirls, lines, and something that looked like an open mouth. "That's got cult written all over it," Nate joked, but no one laughed. We set up camp a few 100 feet away, close enough to see it through the trees, but far enough to pretend it wasn't there. That night, the dreams came. I was falling through dirt. Voices, hundreds of them, called from beneath the earth. A face with hollow eyes stared up at me from the hole. I woke up screaming. I wasn't the only one. Eric had sweat pouring down his face. "Something was in my tent," he whispered. I heard it breathing. The next morning, we found the spirals, carved into trees around our camp, freshly etched, dripping sap. The same symbols from the stone ring, only this time they glowed, a faint greenish hue that shimmered when the fog rolled through. Brandon was fascinated. "Someone or something is marking territory?" Josh was done. "We're leaving." But the trail was gone. Literally gone. The markers Brandon had tied to trees, missing. The compass, spinning. The GPS, blank. We started walking anyway, thinking we'd find a road, a ranger station, anything. Instead, we found another clearing, identical to the last. Same 12 stones, same hole, but now, the hole was open wider. We were arguing about what to do next when Eric stood up, trance-like, and walked toward the ring. "Eric," I shouted. "What are you doing?" He didn't answer. He stepped over the stones. We watched, frozen, as he knelt by the hole and stared inside. Then, without a word, he slid into it. We ran, screamed his name, threw a rope down, but the hole was bottomless. No echo, no response. Just a growing, chilling hum, like something ancient waking up. That night, we didn't sleep. The forest was alive with movement, shadows between trees, whispers just out of range. And that metallic smell returned stronger than before, like rust and decay. On the third day, we gave up on logic. The sun never rose. Fog swallowed the treetops. We walked in circles, no matter which direction we took. And always we came back to the ring. Only now the hole had changed. Wider, deeper, breathing. Yes, breathing. You could feel the wind moving in and out of it like lungs beneath the earth. Nate broke first. He grabbed a stick and threw it in. We waited for the sound, nothing. Then he screamed. Not out of fear, pain. His nose bled. His ears leaked black fluid. His eyes rolled back and he collapsed, spasming. We dragged him away, but he never woke again. His body just stopped. No pulse. No marks, just stillness. We buried him near a tree with moss that bled when we touched it. That night, Brandon confessed. I knew about the ring, he said. I read about it online some. Deep web forum. He trembled. They called it the hollow below. Said it's not a place. It's a mouth. The forest is just the teeth. He looked up at me, eyes sunken, haunted. We're inside something, we're not lost. We were swallowed. Josh vanished next. 1 second he was with us, flashlight in hand. The next gone. No sound, no scream, just taken. Brandon wanted to jump into the hole. He said, maybe that's the only way out. I slapped him. Then the voices came louder this time. They spoke in English now. Tyler. I dropped the flashlight. Come home. The forest bent toward us. The sky above warped like stretched plastic. I ran. I don't know how long I ran. Hours? Days? Eventually, the trees thinned. Light returned. I collapsed near a ranger station 20 miles from where we started. They never found the others. The authorities called it exposure, panic, hallucinations. But I know what I saw. The hollow is still there, and it's hungry. Olympic National Forest. It's too big, too wild. Things live there, things that remember. Sometimes at night, when I close my eyes, I hear it calling me again, and one day I fear. I'll answer.